what's up, guys? Boy Benny. Say what you will about Tucker Carlson, and there's plenty to be said about Tucker Carlson, but love him or hate him, he's a man of his word, and that is provable, ladies and gentlemen, in a current bombshell activity by Tucker Carlson that is really interesting. Tucker Carlson liberating nations? Oh man, it is causing quite a stir. Tucker Carlson has called for a military campaign against Canada by the U.S. with the end goal of being regime change against the existing Trudeau government. Why are we not sending armed forces north to liberate Canada? Tucker said nearly 2 years ago during his Fox News days. Watch.
Why should we stand back and let our biggest trading partner, the country with which we share the longest border, and actually, I could just say a great country. I love Canada. I've always loved Canada because of its natural beauty. Why should we let it become Cuba? Like, why don't we liberate it? We're spending all this money to liberate Ukraine from the Russians. Why are we not sending an armed force north to liberate Canada from Trudeau? And I mean it.
Why are we not sending an armed force north to Canada? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson decided to take matters into his own hands. He is no longer constrained by Fox. And so Tucker Carlson decided to drop a little sprinkling into the social media ecosystem of panic by calling Justin Trudeau himself and saying, "I'm coming for you, bitch."
Thank you for your call. You have reached the media line. For all urgent requests, please send your request by email. Merci pour votre appel. Vous avez atteint la ligne médiatique. Merci beaucoup.
Yes, hi. I couldn't understand the French part, but it's Tucker Carlson calling from the United States. And I'd be grateful if you pass a message on to the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We are coming to liberate Canada. We are coming to liberate Canada. And we'll be there soon. Merci.
What is Tucker doing in Canada? Oh, man. This is ruffling some feathers. So what is Tucker Carlson doing in Canada? Let's go ahead and read the top line here. A year ago, Tucker Carlson said that America should liberate Canada. Now he's getting the red carpet treatment in Alberta. Carlson's two-stop tour of Canada brings MAGA to its heartland, just as Trudeau's government is suddenly consumed by how it would respond to a second Donald Trump presidency. Trump has floated Carlson as a potential running mate, and maybe this is Carlson doing an international tour to show his chops. This actually tends to happen. I haven't actually even thought about that. But look at the response. Look at the amount of people filling up this professional sports arena for Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson just pulled more people into Edmonton Stadium than have ever showed up to a Trudeau rally in his entire career. Check this out. Look at the number of people. Tucker Carlson draws bigger crowds in Canada than Joe Biden draws in America. This footage is unbelievable. I guess it's totally possible if you want to save your country and if you actually cared about your nation. And these are as people are filling in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is shocking the world round. So international reporters are sharing this. Shocking, unprecedented, massive crowd to see President Biden in Edmonton. Oh, wait, it's for Tucker Carlson. And how was Tucker Carlson welcomed to the stage? Well, we got actually exclusive video of that. Look.
Thank you for having me.
The people want freedom. I know we have a lot of fans in Canada, like fans, audience, right? People who comment during the lives and leave messages, and please leave comments here. Let us know what's up. Because Canada is a beautiful country and a country that deserves to be free, and you are led by tyrants. And we, stateside down here, are happy to help you in every way that we can. And oftentimes that help is covering issues like this. Tucker Carlson made a joke about Justin Trudeau being incapable of honoring his own culture while wearing the costumes of every other culture on Earth.
And if you have any Ojibwe friends, ask them. It's Ottawa. So your creepy prime minister can put on the costumes of other cultures, but he doesn't really understand them.
But that's not the worst thing Tucker said about Justin Trudeau. Tucker Carlson leaned in on one of our favorite Justin Trudeau theories It's not a conspiracy. It's a theory, okay? It's a theory that Fidel Castro is Justin Trudeau's father. And there's actually a lot to it. If you look into it, we have. And this made us belly laugh. We were howling watching Tucker Carlson say, Justin Trudeau should go back to Cuba, where he's from, or at least where his dad's from.
Go to Canadian Tire for an hour. Justin, can you watch my kids? I don't think you're going to do that. Once you hit on your country, it's totally cool. Don't worry, he's a good steward. But he will collapse under the weight of his own ludicrousness and go back to Cuba or do whatever he does. But, what? I don't know if that's true or not, but it's just too great to check. Though if I ever meet him, I'm going to demand a 23andMe, like, right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much to this. There's so much to this. We actually did one of our first little mini documentaries on this topic. And let's just say there's a lot to it. Justin Trudeau's father and mother, they were swingers. And they were super into power. And they loved Fidel Castro and would travel down to Fidel Castro. And there are photos of Justin Trudeau's mom on Fidel Castro's lap. And they were communists. And they loved to vacation in the Caribbean, right next to Cuba or in Cuba. And maybe there's something else inside of, well, fill in the blanks. Fidel Castro as Justin Trudeau's father. Look at this one. Look at this. I mean, look at them at approximately the same age. They're identical. I mean, geez. And if you look at Justin Trudeau's parents, they don't look anything like him, really. Especially his dad. So, apple falling far from the tree? Yeah. I mean, he certainly does govern the same way. And when Fidel Castro died, he wept like a little baby and issued the most groveling sonnet poem to his dad you've ever seen. And so this is why people are laughing. Somebody who's not laughing is Justin Trudeau, who declared that Tucker Carlson's a threat to Canada.
My very first call this year was with Volodymyr Zelensky, who wanted to know that Canada still stood with him, that Canadians still stood with him.
Dude, do you remember when there was like a literal Nazi that Justin Trudeau honored at a rally? The guy's a Nazi, okay? And Justin Trudeau like put him up there with Zelensky. They were all hiling together. Okay.
I told him, yes, we do. The Canadian government and most of the parties in the House will continue to stand with him. But Pierre Poilievre and his Conservatives chose to vote against support for Ukraine, calling it a faraway foreign land to appease Putin apologists like Tucker Carlson and those who enable him.
That's the heck going after Tucker Carlson. Oh, man. I can see why Justin Trudeau is butthurt, right? Don't like people talk about your mom like that, do you, Justin? But also, well, Justin Trudeau has always acted like a man who didn't quite know who his father was. Very unmoored, very untethered, and very sociopathic. Tucker Carlson's been calling this guy out. He's had his number for ages. One of our favorite breakdowns of who Justin Trudeau actually is via the great Tucker Carlson. An incredible brouhaha in the making. You got to watch this. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Carlson is a very popular man in Canada. There's a reason why all these people are clapping. And it's because Tucker Carlson told the truth when they weren't able to. Watch.
We've got a couple questions. Who exactly was that guy holding the flag? And where is Justin Trudeau right now? It's not clear where he was broadcasting from this weekend, but what is clear is that unlike Saddam or Muammar Gaddafi, we're never going to be able to find out. Now, you think to yourself, in a democracy, you should know where the head of state is, right? Don't you have a right if you're a voter? Shouldn't Canadians have a right to know where he is? Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Justin Trudeau can hide anywhere. He's a master of disguise. Any place in the world, Justin Trudeau could blend in and you'd never know it was him. And to prove it, we're going to show you a series of photographs right now. All of them are real, and all of them depict the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. So here he is, looking very much not like a French Canadian, looking pretty dark, actually. This is in an Arabian Night-themed gathering when he was a high school teacher. Oh, he's got blackface on. Interesting. And here he is, blending in convincingly as a Bollywood star in India. Hands grasped together in reverence and prayer. Here he is, flanked by his new countrymen. They have no idea they're in the presence of a Canadian politician. That's how convincing Justin Trudeau is when he decides to play dress-up. They think he's one of them. I love samosas, Justin says. We do too, say the Indians. They have no idea they're talking to a Canadian. But when he's not fooling people in India, he's fooling Native Americans. And yes, there is a difference, bigot. Not all Indians are the same. Here's Justin Trudeau wearing the traditional headdress of one of Canada's many indigenous tribes. Like the Aztecs of yore, Justin Trudeau will rip your heart out, ladies. And yet, what's this? Is that Clark Kent of Superman fame? No, once again, it's just Justin Trudeau. He can impersonate fictional characters. Here he is looking like a stranded pilot in the desert from one of the Star Wars movies. He could literally be hiding on a soundstage in Hollywood as we speak. He could even be on a ranch, as these pictures demonstrate. Look at that hat. Unbelievable. As long as no one hands him a gun or asks him where food comes from, that's a convincing rancher right there. So yes, Justin Trudeau can change far more than his skin color. Get a close look. If you see this man in any of his various disguises, do not approach him. He might be hiding in a nondescript cabin in the middle of nowhere, but he's very much in control of Ottawa, at least for the moment.